Jordan Kenchen.
Yes,
How's
sir.
it going, man? All the way out here from Virginia.
Yes, sir. Richmond, Virginia. I came a long way, man.
Yeah, you did, man. Out here networking,
Yes, sir.
meeting a lot of people, doing your thing out here, man. That's what's up. You got to come out here to get to know people and to network. And, there's a lot of stuff out here, man.
It is. Being on this platform right now is such a blessing. I mean, hearing about it from all the way on the other side of the United States is crazy. So, shout out to you. Thank you for having a platform like this for people like myself to get on. It's a blessing.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what's up. So, in Virginia, what is going on in Virginia?
Ah, man. Right now in my city, I'm not too liked too much. Just based on a couple of things that I said about it. But Virginia as a whole, we're working our way into being in that entertainment hub like Cali, like Atlanta, like New York. A lot of people just tie us into DMV culture, like the DC. Most people just know people from DC, but Virginia, we're making our way, trying to make a name for ourselves.
Okay, so you got Pharrell and the Clips from right there.
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, Virginia, I'm gonna say it like this. Virginia itself is very divided. So as much as I want to be the spokesperson for you right now to tell you so much about Virginia, I'm not the one. It's my whole goal is for the progression of Virginia, and then to do that, we'll need another person to really bring those three pieces together. I'm more so somebody that looks at Virginia for what we have, specifically my city being like a retirement place. You look at DC being a government. You look at Virginia Beach being a tourist. I look at what the pieces that we have, and I try to highlight it to the community so that these other people can go on these platforms and let people know what Virginia is all about.
So, what was it like for you growing up there?
Classic story. I mean, I'm single mom. Not so good environment. Richmond, Virginia itself isn't really big. It's the capital city of Virginia, but very small city mindset.
So, you're out of Richmond.
Out of Richmond, Virginia, yes, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's your basic story, and quite honestly, I feel like a lot of people come on here and say these stories, these copy stories, without giving a good message behind it. If that makes sense. We all come from these backgrounds, but I feel like a lot of people, especially on your platform, glorify the background that we come from. So my goal isn't to glorify the background that I come from, glorify Richmond, Virginia. It's more so to push culture forward into, it's not so much where we come from in that aspect, it's more so where we're going. I'm going to a place to where it transcends the hood, which is where I'm from.
Okay. What kind of student were you?
Uh, Pretty good student. I got into National Honor Society. I did all the geek stuff early. I didn't really start, I guess, finding my way into things till I got older. I ran into some trouble. I did a little jail time. Nothing to be proud about at all. But going through all of those things made me realize that this isn't what I want to get out to people. I wanted people to see the new things that I'm doing, like being out here with you in LA.
Did you play sports?
I did. I'm not really a sports person. I mean, I love sports, but I played them. I didn't take it serious. I was more so business mindset always. I started off with a clothing line. Then me and my partner got into the music business. On the record label, had a couple artists. Had a videographer that we managed. Doing all the things, just going into the hip hop culture, which led me to this moment actually.
Going into the okay. Uh, what were you like in high school?
Um, just to myself, really. I wasn't very distinctive about things. I feel like a lot of people back in high school had their path like already figured out. You had the fashion people, you had the sports people, you had the street people. I just kind of played the sidelines to see where I wanted my life headed to. All I was focused on at the time in high school was business.
You said you made the honor roll.
I did. I did. National Honor Society, all of that stuff. Yeah.
So you graduate high school,
Yes, sir.
and what do you do with yourself after that?
I was working, and then
You don't go to college with them grades?
I did go to college. I was working for the first semester while everybody was going to college. I didn't believe in college. I just wanted to go out, make money, get into the real world, expand on my business. And then my friend called me. He said, "College is great. Come try it out." I came to try it out for all the wrong reasons, but I tried out college. It just wasn't for me.
Okay, you dropped out.
I dropped out. My family was dealt with a lot of medical illnesses. So I had one more semester left to go, but it just didn't make sense to finish it out.
Now, after you drop out, do you get a job? Like, what are you doing with yourself?
This whole time I keep jobs.
Are you ever trying to rap?
Never. Never. I was always on the business side. By the time I was in college, we've managed two artists and a videographer at this time, got a producer we're working with, going on platforms like Say Cheese. At this time, you had mixtape era. So you had my mixtapes out, front page of Spinrilla, all things like that.
You said you had jobs.
I did, yeah.
Okay, tell me about the jobs that you had. Did you ever get fired from any of your jobs?
Of course. I mean, being ignorant, but I always kept what my city calls pristine jobs. So I worked in food at some upper echelon retirement homes, being like a supervisor for the restaurants in those retirement homes. That was my main thing when I was like 16, 17. Did that for a little bit, which led to my love for food, which now I do a lot of food content. But I did that. Then I went into the medical field. Worked at the eye surgeons. And yeah, I mean, I always kept a really great job, which I wish people would highlight more of to keep a great job, because keeping great jobs kept my pockets paid. So, I always kept a great job.
Now, eye surgeon. Now, were you doing the surgery or were you just assisting on it?
Doing imaging. So I would test the peripheral vision in your eye. Visual field tech. Yes, sir.
And what was the point of doing this?
Good high paying job.
No, I meant like what were you testing for?
Well, you can find a lot of things within the eye. Like, you can find somebody has glaucoma, predict that pretty early. If someone is at risk of having a stroke or already had a stroke, just different things that they test for. High eye pressure that could lead to other things being wrong with you.
I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, you're doing this and you're mostly involved in business, but you got this passion for hip hop.
Yeah.
So where does the passion for hip hop come from?
Just
You don't want to be a rapper though.
I don't want to be a rapper, but I knew what the impact the rapper had. Because just like any of us, we all seen that the rapper was the one getting the girls, making the money, just getting all the camera time. So me and my partner had this idea. We said, you know what? We're going to capitalize on the business aspect. We seen QC. We seen 1017, what Gucci was doing with that. We seen the record label side of things. We said, these rappers really just need someone not only to believe in them, but to have all the proper things in business for them to get paid on the front and back end, like their publishing, mechanical rights or whatever you may have, or streaming. A lot of people didn't know how to convert to putting their music on streaming platforms at the time. We came from the mixtape era. So just experiencing all that stuff, just trying to put the rapper in position to get money off his music.
Who were your favorite rappers growing up?
Kevin Gates is actually one of my favorite rappers, which a lot of people are taken back by that. Kevin Gates, one of my favorite rappers. Right now, I would say No Cap, one of my favorite rappers. Draco Don't Jam, somebody coming out of the DMV, one of my favorite. CTS, coming out of Philly, one of my favorite.
That's what's up. Okay. Now, you're studying hip hop now. I think you said you started a label.
We did. We started a label, got behind a couple of artists, started doing all the things, doing interviews for them, putting them on these big blogs, doing all the necessary things, getting all their cover arts done, putting their music on the platforms, making sure they're getting their royalty checks, anything and everything we tried to do. And it was a small team of us, but we knew we could do the right steps for these artists.
How'd that work out? Are you still doing it?
Unfortunately, the artist gave up.
Oh.
So, I mean, you can't really help that. But, you know, they were talented. It's just a tough game.
It is tough, man. I remember, you know, years ago, I've been around a while, and you know, one of the most saddest situations that I seen is I seen artists who they would get offered a record deal,
Exactly.
but
Okay.
it would be a really bad record deal,
People don't know the business.
you know,
Yeah.
and they would turn down the record deal, and I would tell them sign that shit. Because you might not get another chance. Like, I know it's a bad deal, but
Right.
sign that, because you know what's going to happen in 10 years. You're going to be working a regular job. Not that anything's wrong with working a regular job. I'm just saying, you got someone who's willing to take a chance for you, man. And a lot of these guys, they turn these deals down, and I never heard from them again. They're all back doing normal shit, and they never even took the opportunity to pursue their dream because it was a bad deal, you know. And I don't know, man. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, yeah, nobody wants to sign a bad deal, but a bad deal is better than no deal.
Nobody wants to sign a bad deal. However, this is the internet. It's inexcusable for people to not be knowledgeable in what's a good and bad deal. It's inexcusable for people to not understand the terms that they could try to work out for themselves, the leverage that some of these artists have. You're having artists now on a small level getting consistent 150K, 200K views, and they're still in their own little hood signing for $5,000-$10,000, while you have these artists that came before them telling them, hey, I signed my first deal like a Young Thug. I signed for 10,000. Didn't do me anything. It was the connections that I made that got me this and the third. You have your people telling you this stuff, and yet you're still being ignorant. So I think the main cause of the thing is the rap culture itself is ignorant. I think a lot of these rappers go on here, and even with their deals, it's like, if you know better, you would do better, but they choose not to do that. Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, I think people are hungry to get on. You know, you talking about the people who actually signed the deal. They're hungry to get on. They'll figure out their money and their deal later. Make me famous, because if I'm famous, I can make $1 million just off my fame, even if I don't make no money off my music.
Right.
I'm famous. I'm getting all types of deals. You know, so I mean that, you know, it's tough. I mean, I get it. Like, signing a bad record deal is probably bad for your ego. Nobody wants to feel like they're being ripped off. But if that's your only option, it's better to do that than to go, you know what I'm saying, back to whatever you were doing before you started rapping.
So you telling me this, right? I
I
have a
was signing a
choice.
bad record deal before I went back to doing what I was doing.
So you're
And-
telling me if McDonald's said, we're going to hire you right now for $8.25, but this is going to pay whatever bills that you have, you would do it.
That's not, well, no, not for not McDonald's.
Why?
Because that's not, McDonald's isn't my dream.
So it's about the image of the dream. It's not about the reality of what it could actually be or the result of what you're getting. It's about just the image that is everybody is signing into. Because in reality, signing a bad deal is essentially like working at a place like McDonald's. You end in a dead end situation.
Nah, because you're becoming famous, man. You can't unfamous somebody.
But just like you said,
Look at all those old look at for example, Oskino.
okay,
Look at him blowing up on the internet.
Right.
Why? Because he was famous back in the day.
but didn't you just say you seen all these same people end up back in their same situations?
Yeah. They never signed the deal.
So you in
They never got famous.
whether you sign the deal or not, most of these people, a lot of them, and I'm sure you've seen them get that first advance, and it's like you never hear of them again. We can name plenty of them. What, a Skinny from the Nine? What is he doing right now?
Well, that's different. I mean, you're changing the topic, but
Okay.
that's fine. We can change the topic, but I mean that's.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I mean, people who sign deals and don't get put out. I mean, that's up. That was a big thing, man. Like I heard like a lot of rappers, they would sign rappers just for protection. With no intention of ever putting them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this dude, he's from the street. He got a lot of tough dudes with him. Oh, let's sign him. Boom, boom. We sign him. Man, we ain't never putting his ass out. We just gonna bring him with us everywhere. So we got security.
But where's the progression in things like that? I don't understand how you try to sign somebody for protection without putting this person onto game to where y'all both can level up. It's like you reach a glass ceiling together.
I think I heard somebody say it's never a good idea to sign to another rapper because they're trying to blow up themselves. But the thing is, bro, this is lazy, bro. Like, you got to do that. You just because you get signed, you can't just rely on another rapper to just do all the work. Like, you still got to get out there and make it happen. Like, just being signed is just going to open doors for you. And it's going to get you to network with people and producers you probably didn't have access to. Well, you still gotta bust your ass. It doesn't mean you got to deal. But I think that's a mistake that people make too.
And I wish that I used to think that a lot of these people were lazy, right? And I see them
lazy.
And that's a perspective thing. You can call them lazy, but at the same time, they're still getting their bills paid. It's a lot of these people that are still going out there, whether you own a block and you got to hustle every day, whether you work a job and you making money every day, we still got to live that day in and day out. So these people are taking care of their families. These people are going out here and doing something, whether it's productive or not. But the thing is, they're being ignorant. They're not doing anything that'll really help them progress. Like signing to a rapper, like making a bad deal, like coming on a podcast and you talking bad about a bunch of different people, and now you get blackballed in the industry, or now you have a lot of ill will coming towards your name. And this is the culture that we live in, to where everything is so negative and everything is so, I don't know. It's just like we're not getting nowhere progressive. It's just negativity. We all living in a glass ceiling.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're 100% correct, man. I mean, if the positive shit worked.
It does work.
Positive shit does not work.
It does work. You know what positive is? Positive is pop. That's what it is.
Well,
rap culture is negative.
Maybe. Okay, well.
You know?
If I interview somebody about their music, like, no one's going to click on it.
Okay. You saying you
hear people will click on it.
So you're saying if you interview somebody about their music, it's not going to get clicks. But if somebody's talking about somebody, then it'll get more clicks.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're telling me if you interview Taylor Swift.
Okay, that's Taylor Swift, bro. You think a guy like me is going to interview Taylor Swift?
You telling me you interview Morgan Wallen?
Who?
Morgan Wallen.
I don't know who that is.
He's a country star.
Okay, I mean, you're talking about stars, though, bro. Yeah, if I had... You can interview Drake about what he had for breakfast and go viral. But that's Drake. I'm not... for the majority of hip-hop is not on that level. At least, sometimes I interview with Jim Jones and, we could talk about music and some of his hits, like Ballin'.
Yeah.
That clip where I talked about Ballin' and all the money that it made.
Yeah.
And it did really good. But I mean, those are the exceptions to the rule. You know what I'm saying?
And interesting enough, because we did our research, we seen these interviews with these people, the Fat Joe, the Jim Jones, Dame Dash even. And it's like these people come on and they're successful people, but they don't even have much knowledge to give people. So they're still leading people to a dead end. And I think that's the key to it all. The difference between those other people that I name and the people that you're naming, those people chose something outside of rap because it's deeper. The entertainment industry is deeper than rap. And a lot of people can't see it because we're so tied into the gang culture. We're so tied into street culture. We put that glass ceiling on ourselves. when we talk about all these negative things that seem so interesting. And we hold ourselves and tie ourselves down to this stuff when in reality we could break free and you can have Moneybag Yo being as big as Drake. He's on his way, but he had to get out of being in that street culture, and he's slowly starting to do it. Me and my partner was talking about this, and I'm glad you brought up a good point, right? Because you said that in the hip hop culture, it's not a lot of people getting on that level. And we seen to where you had gatekeepers really in this industry to be mainstream, right? And now you have it to where you could be in that underground stage, but have a huge following of people watching you. But yet we still understand that this person is underground. I wonder if people ever break it down to say, why does this person seem like he should be bigger than what he is, or she should be bigger than what they are? No one sit up there and dissects and says, you know what, maybe is what this person is talking about and doing. Fetty Wap, Max B. I'm just giving you random rappers here. Max B gets out of jail, hangs his hat on the songs that he just put out, right? Which I think are terrible in this generation right now. But then also went on Breakfast Club and all that, speaking about drama. If he would have came out and spoke anything about positivity, you don't think we would have pushed Max B into that legendary category instead of that burnt out rapper?
If you would have spoken about positivity, I mean, like, what positivity?
If
he really, reality, he just got out of prison.
And if he would have came out of prison,
I don't think there's really much positive he got to talk about.
He does. He just came out of prison. Hey kids, this is my time that I did in prison. This is what you shouldn't do. This is the mistakes I made in the industry. I'm up out here. I had to go and get a bag from this person. You know how degrading that was? You probably shouldn't be doing these type of things. But instead, he's not doing that. I came home, I did my time, I'm a real one. Everybody throws him a parade. Why? He's not coming home parading about anything positive. He's coming home parading, and we should be celebrating that he just went to prison, and that was it. We glorify somebody going to prison. In what way is that positive?
He wants to sell records, bro.
But in what way is going to prison and surviving prison, should that be glorified? Why should we have more? Why does a rapper get to go to prison and we got a chain, we got money, we got deals out here for him, but somebody go and win a ring or go out here and get a degree? I'm going to use that. Somebody go out there and get a degree and we don't got money right here for him. That person that went and got a degree can't get a job. That person that went and got a degree don't got no hometown fame. But that person that went to prison for all them years, he gets fame. We put ourselves in these situations. And that be my whole thing. It's like we glorify the wrong things. But who am I? You know, that's just what I see in the hip hop culture.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in hip hop, negative, it helps you sell records.
Negativity helps sell records. But why? Does anybody ever ask why or who pushes this narrative for the negativity to sell records?
I don't know.
I don't think a lot of people even care enough because it's easier to come on here and to glorify prison. It's easier to come on here and to bash a bunch of people and to sit up here and gossip and do all the things. It's tough to have an intellectual conversation. But one day I hope that rap culture can make it there. And that's all I want.
Well, we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, you know, hip hop's came a long way. Things are a lot different now. The podcasting is a really big thing in hip hop now versus what it used to be before. So
yeah, people getting hit with RICO times now. People getting hit with more cases.
Being destroyed by the FBI and murders for sure. You know, that's really destroying hip hop, man. Hip hop is self-destructing.
And we're selling less records.
Right. I mean, all the top stars got killed. Mo3, King Von, Pop Smoke. All the top Draco. All the top stars from all the main cities in America. Chicago, New York. LA, like the top stars from the biggest hip hop cities, got killed. Mo3, Fulio, I don't know, a bunch more.
Mainly the violence, correct?
Oh yeah, man.
Which we glorified, which we hold these people up like legends and icons because they led violent lives that led them to a violent demise. But you can't, a lot of people, we sit up here and say, who's the richest black man in America right now? Most of the people wouldn't know. They wouldn't even give a, they wouldn't even care that this man owns a lot of software companies and goes to a lot of little cities, a lot of little HBCUs trying to give back to him. You think he's glorified in the rap culture? Hell no. But they all know who King Von is because he put his ops in the song. And
Well, I mean, you got Jordan, who's glorified in the hip hop culture.
Jordan?
Billionaire.
Jordan? I'm unfamiliar with him. Who's that?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, Michael Jordan. Okay, the gambling addict. Okay. I mean, yeah,
Jordan is. I mean, Oprah, she gets, she's not super glorified because she used to hate on hip hop.
Black people hate her. They think she's the devil.
She used to hate on hip hop.
Because it's self-destructive.
But then I think she got cool with Jay-Z a little bit.
She got cool with Pop. She got cool with the Ellens of the world. She got cool with the Dr. Phils and whoever else is important. You have to, as the black people in the hip hop culture, in order for you to get some real money in this, you need a bunch of other people to get behind you. You will never make it far with just the rap culture behind you. It's a glass ceiling every time. But yet these people still follow one blueprint, as if it's only one blueprint of making it. But who am I? I'm just little old Jordan Kenchen from Richmond, Virginia,
Yeah, man. So, well, tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Yes, sir. Oh man, I travel a lot, which people can go and find out on my YouTube. LA multiple times. Glad to be here again. Houston, New York, Miami, out the country, wherever you can name it. I do a lot of 5-star restaurants, 5-star hotels, 5-star shopping. I love to shop good. Just living a luxurious life because for so long, I glorified all these same things. I love Moneybagg Yo. As I said before, Kevin Gates was my favorite artist. And I used to love when I thought nobody could talk about drilling and killing like Kevin Gates. And I used to love it. I grew up in this culture. I grew up, I wanted to sell drugs. I got in college, I sold drugs. Thought it was going to make me so happy and be this person. All the things that I'm saying that I hate, I did it. And I thought it was so cool. And then I did it and it was like, man, these people people that's doing it with me, most of them not really doing it for real. Or they really not really ready to do it for real. And then the ones that really do it for real is like, we all just crash outs. So this shit just dumb. Like I felt like my mind was rotten just being in that crowd, being in jail with a bunch of people going to do 5-10 years at a time. Like, it just ruined my brain chemistry, man. So I just started living my life differently.
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, what all you got going on when you're out here?
I said we're going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing my podcast, The Lunch Break, in the WTF Media Studios. Second time in LA doing it. Third time in general doing it. Hopefully hitting up Jubilee. Hopefully y'all can see me on Jubilee. We see how that goes. Just capitalizing while we in LA, and we'll be back for sure. Run it back.
All right. That's what's up, man. Good luck with everything, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. For sure. Appreciate you.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.